Alright folks, I thought I'd give a short little video. If you are familiar with Blender and you've been doing this for a long time, then you'll know all this stuff and you probably don't need this. But if you're a newcomer and you're used to 270 Inks normal paint kits that are a little bit more friendly, this kit's a little more in-depth, probably designed more for people that are used to using Blender. It's not hard, and it's so universal the way it's set up. So I thought I'd give a quick little video. If you open up the paint kit that you downloaded, this is the files that you're going to see. The 3D model files are here. You've got your template for putting together your livery. You've got your texture PNGs. This is a complete set. I mean, the norms, the comps, the whole shoot and match. And then you've got UVs where you can select your individual parts from. And then, of course, a README file that explains all this stuff for the most part. The way this template is set up is when the initial texture files were put into a folder, some little icon of the folder was deleted so that Blender doesn't know where to find the textures. So what's going to happen is when I open this Blender, it's going to come up pink and you're going to have to direct it to where to go. There's a couple, and this is where this is so versatile. If you want to work on a bunch of different liveries, or you want to keep things going or keep a setup, I have a couple of folders here that I've already been working on. This tangerine, and all this is modified. This texture PNG file, it's just modified. I'm going to move it in here, and I'll take the sunburst and move that also in here. What you can also do is take this texture PNG folder and move it down here and copy. Then you can name it whatever you want. I could go ahead and name this thing, let's say PNG set 2. Just to show you how it works. Okay. Now, I'm going to go here to the 3D model and I'm going to double click on the kit. This is a pretty heavy laden kit, so when you open it up, this is what you're going to be confronted with. This pink thing here, which has absolutely no textures in it. This big old circle is nothing more than a brush. I make it smaller, but what I do, I just go up here to texture paint and then switch back to layout, and now I got my cursor. Not a big deal. At this point, if you can take this stuff over here and you can reduce it out of the way if you don't use these things, make it more visible, and I'm going to click my scroll button. Let's see, yeah, just move things around here, make sure everything's working. Now, first thing you want to do, go over here to File, drop down here to where it says External Data, and go here to where it says Find Missing Files. This is the key to the way this is set up. When you open this up, these are the blend files that you just clicked on to get this active. Go up one arrow button. Now you'll see you got your texture PNG, all the files that we looked at before. I can now select any one of these and work on them. So first thing, let's go to tangerine first. This is that file that I brought in. I'm going to go here where it says Find Missing Files and click on that. Now, as such, being as heavy as this is, or depending on how powerful your computer is, this may take a few seconds for it to, yeah. It's taking a few seconds to lock up. See this little arrow here? I tried to push the timing on it. I'll move this up a little bit. And here's what I have. Now, I can work on this set, or I can go work on another one. If I go, oops, I got the wrong set, I'm going to hit the Alt-Z key. That's going to take me right back out. I can go back here into where it says File, External Data, find the missing files. I'll go up one, and let's go to the sunburst. Say I want to work on the sunburst. I'm going to give this a second for it to populate, get all those files up, and then I'm going to hit find the missing files. It'll take a couple of seconds, so just sit there and wait for it to pop up, and don't try to rush it like I did a couple of seconds ago. But this will populate with all of your files. And there we go. There is whatever you want to work on. And again, oops, I got the wrong one. I'm going to hit the Alt-Z key, go right back out of. Now, if you start doing things and get a little deep into it, hitting that Alt-Z key, you might have to hit it a few more times. And like I said, as heavy as this is with files, it may take a while, so don't push it. I'm going to go back up and go find missing files again, external data. And I'll go up one, and this is that texture PNG that I set up for the second one. I'm going to click on that. This will be the same or backup of what's in the initial one that comes with it. Find the missing files. Click on that. And it'll take a little bit for it to load up. You got to remember, there's a tremendous amount of files in this aircraft. It's awesome as far as the things that you can do in Paint. And there we go. This is your stock standard PNGs to work on. Just work at your heart's content. If you're not familiar with blenders, you should get yourself familiar with the basics commands. If I don't want to mess with these tie downs, I can click on that and just hit the H key, and that will hide it. Let's see, Control H. No. I get things mixed up here. H. Yeah. Alt H will bring it back. I'm just hiding it. I'm not deleting it. If you want to get rid of the wing and the tie downs, hit the H key, and now you can work on just the fuselage. I think it's Alt H. That'll bring it all back. Little things like that. If you need to work on individual parts, instead of like this selects the whole fuselage. If I want to just mess with pieces here on this cage, let me move this over a little bit. Okay. If I click on something, I'm getting the whole fuselage. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to modeling. All this orange is everything that's selected, so I don't have to reselect this. Sometimes if you're working on a raw model, you have to go up and select all, and then you're going to right click, and you're going to go down here to where it says separate, and you're going to separate, in this case, by loose parts, right there. And now, you see how this changes the color? If you go back to layout and click off, now if I click on this cage, I have individual parts. So I can work on those little individual parts, these little nuts and bolts and stuff like that. Even these, if they're grouped, you can ungroup those into individual parts and stuff. But hopefully this will give you a general idea. If I go up here to the wing, again, go to modeling. All this is highlighted. So I can go up here, get my head in the right position here. Right click, go down here to the separate by loose parts, and now everything's separated. I can go back into layout, click off somewhere, and if I want to work on, say, just the leading edges, I get leading edge in pieces. And that's the one thing. Now it's going to take everything in this wing section and it's going to put it into pieces. So just make note of that when you start working on it and you start separating these parts, that it could get a little awkward and cumbersome. You have to make sure, instead of being able to go and work on one and it affects both sides. Anyway, I hope that helps someone, some new person that doesn't really fully understand how to use this paint kit. there isn't anything that you can't do with this paint kit. And I've got some paint kits around that I've set up in this, when I first learned how to do this, that I've probably got 15 or 20 folders in there of different aircraft that I've worked on. So anyway, I'm going to just, oh, one more thing. When you work on something in here, and I'm just for the sake of showing you, I'm going to take and grab, let's see, just get some black. I think I should be on the wing. I'm going to reduce my, see, am I in? No. Let's see, what am I on? There we go. Okay. The last thing I clicked on was the elevator. Or not, yeah, aileron. So you'll notice that over here on the left side it's showing my markings. I can go up here where this little 00 thing is here and turn off the display and get rid of the UVs showing up. And then there's my painting. In order to save this, if you're new to this, do not go up here to File and click Save, because that's going to save the blend file that you clicked on to open the program. And by doing so, it only saves the state that the program is in at the time. So this aircraft is positioned this way, these windows are this way, and when you click on that, you're going to save everything exactly the way you see it. So the next time it opens up, you won't be able to go select, get that pink aircraft coming up and be able to select which one you want to work on. And you'll have to start from scratch with a new backup. I hope you keep a backup. Anyways, so don't save there. But what if you look up here on this lower bar, or right here, it says image, and there's an asterisk right next to it. That means that you've modified this file. And what you do is you click on the image and you save that image file. And it's red because it's telling me that there's already a file in here by that name, and that I'm going to overwrite that file. If I want to do that, yes, I want to do that. And it only saves the image, the texture that you're working on. It does not save the blend file. Likewise, if you click on the, if you click over here on the file save, it only saves the state of Blender at the time that you save it. It does not save any of your work. So make sure that you go through your list. You can drop down this list and go through each one of these files and save as you need it. Sometimes there's so many files, I'll actually set a little 3x5 card up or something, or a piece of sketch paper, so I know which files that I've been using, and to make sure that I save all of those files. So I hope that helps. I'm going to hit the X key to close. It's going to ask me to save files. It's got the blend file and the save a modified file. I don't want to do either. But if it comes up, let's cancel this. And let me, let's see. Let me get out of this. I'm going to hit Control Z a couple of times. Get rid of what I was working on. Go right back to the beginning. Let's see. I should be, yeah, I should be back. Now if I go and save, if I hit the red button, it's still showing me an image because let's see, I made a modification to this and it's wanting me to save this image file. But I'm not going to do it because I know that it's messing with things. I'm just going to say don't save, because if I click save, it will save this blend file and you'll mess your paint kit up. Guarantee it. Don't ever hit this automatic save, because it will mess you up and you'll have to start from scratch again with a new blend kit. So anyways, I hope that helps someone and saves you some grief. I'm going to close this out. Don't save. We're done. And we look at this one more time. Again, I added this texture set. I'm going to move that here, and I added these two, pull those out of here, move here, and what you see here is what you get. You can modify that and then use it as you see fit. So, adios amigos.